Now, the Sawaya Law Firm Sports Zone.
We start tonight with the Rockies trying to keep their fading playoff hope alive, and it will certainly be one tough mountain to climb. The Rocks heading into today 6 games behind in the wild card chase, and their next 3 opponents are the Orioles, Mets, and Dodgers, all 3 of which would be in the playoffs if the season ended today. With the tough schedule ahead, the Rockies decided it's time to call up the big gun. David Dahl, that is, the Rockies' first-round pick out of high school in 2012. He's been a top prospect in the organization ever since. In his 16 games at AAA this season, he was hitting .484. First at-bat facing Yovani Gallardo. Oof, okay, not the ideal start. He actually K'd twice today, but now in the 7th, third time's a charm.
Back up the middle, there's the first big league hit for David Dahl.
Mom and girlfriend both excited, and of course, you gotta hold on to that baseball. A couple of batters later, Mark Reynolds, he too goes back up the middle. Here comes Dahl. Get on your horse, David. He's in to score the go-ahead run. Rockies take the lead 2-1. Orioles came back to tie it up, though, and now in the bottom of the 10th, Jordan Lyle's in some trouble. Comebacker, he's unable to get control of it, throws it to Hundley in time, but Hundley also unable to hold on to the ball. That's your ball game. Orioles win on a walk-off error by Lyles. Final score 3-2.
I don't know if it got kicked out on the tag. It doesn't.
We lost because of me, and I just got to feel my position better next time. That's a tough way to lose a game because I didn't feel my position.
To the NFL now, where former Broncos quarterback Peyton Manning is saying, see, I told you so. Manning totally exonerated by the league today for the Al Jazeera report that linked him to HGH use. He repeatedly called the reports garbage, and turns out he was right. At least that's the way the league sees it. In a statement today, the league said they found, quote, no credible evidence, and that was after what they called a comprehensive 7-month investigation. The NFL also commended both Peyton and his wife Ashley for fully cooperating with the league's investigation. Sticking with the Broncos, this is the week. Training camp kicks off Thursday morning, and the rookies are already here. We've seen them in spots this spring at rookie minicamp, and now they're back at team headquarters today, getting an early jump in the idea of trying to win a job on the roster.
The grand scheme of things, though, you are here to take someone's job. I mean, however you have to get that done, you get that done. But, you know, you are a rookie. You do have a level of respect for the guys that are in front of you and have been here and have done it longer and obviously better than you have, seeing as how you haven't played a snap yet. So you take all that into account.
Finally, news coming out of Major League Baseball today. The Chicago White Sox have suspended All-Star pitcher Chris Sale. Sale will serve a 5-game suspension after throwing a bit of a temper tantrum before yesterday's game in protest of having to wear the White Sox 1976 colored throwback uniforms. There's a look on the right side of your screen of the old school jerseys there. Sale took his displeasure so far that he actually cut up the navy colored unis, leading the team to scratch Sale from making a start and also force the Sox to wear a different version of throwbacks for yesterday's game. On the incident, Sale said that the uniforms are uncomfortable and that he didn't want to go out there and not be on top of his game. I myself have never been a big fan of ties. Maybe it's time I take some tips from Chris Sale. Von Miller might be sad, waving goodbye to the summer. He is squeezing out every last bit of his Super Bowl MVP Summer of Fun tour. A week from Thursday is the first training camp practice. It's probably a little easier for Miller to get back in the swing of things after signing the biggest contract in Broncos history. 6 years, $114.5 million with $70 guaranteed. Will make a lot of future players very rich. But it wasn't the smoothest negotiation. Former NFL linebacker and CU buff Chad Brown, who signed a mega deal back in the day, says how this process went down could affect other guys.
Try to essentially shame you and get the public on their side and not on your side. I think that was unnecessary, and I think that caused Von and his camp to dig their heels in a little further. So I think in the end, it was an unsuccessful tactic for the Broncos, and it has to make every other player on the Broncos' contracts coming up, are they going to treat me that way as well?
Rocks, we're in the ATL today looking to bust out the brooms. The Braves have the worst record in the league, so things were looking good for the Purple Crew. John Gray hurled 7 innings of 5-hit baseball with 8 strikeouts. Solid day for 55 Shades of Gray. This was scoreless into the 9th. Gonzalez Germain loses control of this one. Winning run advances to 3rd on the pass ball. Later, Chase Darno shoots one down the left field line, and that'll get the job done. Brooms stay in the closet. Rockies lose 1-0 to the Braves, who have won just 14 games at Turner Field. As of today, Von Miller is the highest paid Denver Bronco of all time and the highest paid defender in the history of the NFL.
Hey, no, show you the money. Not show you, show me the money. Show me the money. Yes!
A 6-year contract with $70 million in guaranteed money. He can certainly afford to pay plenty of fines for the 3-pump rule now.
Now, if he pumps a third time, he will draw his third penalty for today. Everybody here, waiting with bated breath.
He did it!
Oh, did he?
Yes, he did it!
Miller got his big payday, which has current and ex-teammates thrilled. Tackle Kyle Roberts tweeting, "Worth every penny. Congrats." Omar Bolden adding, "Von Miller with that bag. Congrats, bro." Miller said he wants to end his career right here in Denver, but he knows it'll be under heightened expectations.
I was the highest paid defensive player whose last name wasn't Sanders, as in Deion Sanders. The playoff run that Von had, which was an all-time playoff run, they want to see that week in and week out.
But Von will have to do what earned him the big contract. Be himself.
Von can't put too much mental pressure on himself to be that guy. You can only be who you are. You're one linebacker trying to sack quarterbacks and make tackles.
Travis Green, Fox 31 Denver.